Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about A Worn Path, written by Eudora Welty. Now, before I go into the summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. So, A Worn Path by Eudora Welty, very interesting work here. Basically, we meet an elderly black woman by the name of Phoenix Jackson within this work, and Phoenix Jackson she has an elderly grandson that swallowed something called lye, and his throat constricts, and he can't breathe that well. And pretty much, she goes throughout this whole journey within this work to get medicine for him from this clinic. And the Warren Path, it's pretty much a woods area outside of Natchez, Mississippi. And she's been going through this path ever since she was like a little kid. So she knows it by muscle memory. Now she goes through a lot of things within this work. She stumbles, she trips, she falls down, she falls into ditches, and she gets tired. She gets her skirt caught in a bush and she has to yank it out. She has to cross a creek by going over a log, and she gets tired, and then she sees like a boy with cake. She reaches out to get some cake, but there's no boy with cake there. She goes through many fields. She goes through many obstacles. It's almost like she was going through an obstacle course throughout the work. And then, she encounters a hunter. The hunter tries to tell her to go back home. She's way too old to do this. He asks, her age. She's like, I'm very old. She's just a very determined elderly woman that just wants to get to town to get this medicine for her grandchild. She sees a nickel fall out of his pocket. She distracts him with the stray dog, and then she grabs the nickel for herself. And then, he scares her by pointing his gun in her face, but she doesn't flinch because she's just a G, man. She's just a G. And so, Phoenix Jackson, she keeps on going. It's around Christmas time. She gets to the town. She gets to the clinic. The nurse take pity on her, and they give her the medicine, and they mark it down as charity, and they give her, a nickel too. So then she has two nickels. She has two nickels, and she decides to leave the clinic and buy a paper windmill for her grandson, just to like give him a gift. And she has the medicine. So she was very determined throughout the short story, because she's doing this out of love, out of taking care of somebody that she truly loves. She truly loves the grandson to the point where she would go through this adventure, and putting her life in danger in many points, just to get the medicine for him and even get him a present at that too. In terms of deeper meaning and analysis, this work is very significant. It says a lot about the woman herself, who she was when she was younger, who she was growing up, and what it means to truly love someone, especially a grandchild. Um, the Worn Path, I think it says a lot about her age and what it means to grow up and live a long life, to the point where, her body just knows how to get around the woods, how to get to town, because she's been doing all her life. She can, she's having different types of mental issues, seeing things, getting scared of things. She's very old, so your mind is not as sharp as it used to be. So again, it's everything that's happening throughout this work. She's in and out of reality. She's seeing things, talking to things, reaching out for things that are just not there. But she's willing to do it because it's for family. It's for somebody that she loves. Phoenix Jackson, she's not naive. She's not innocent. We see her take that nickel from the hunter. So she outsmarts the hunter. She knows the woods so well. She knows her environment so well that she outsmarts the hunter and gets his nickel. You would think you would think youth and the hunter having a gun and the hunter being so cocky would make him outsmart her, but she's the one that outsmarts him. So that says a lot about elderly people. They might look weak and old and feeble and not as not what they used to be, but they're very smart, very cunning, very tricky. And this old lady, it doesn't matter. what she's facing, she's gonna get her task done. Very determined, very ready to get things done, and that's what she does within this work. She does it so well that she makes, you know, 10 cents profit. So the a worn path says a lot about her, but also she's the person that has traveled this worn path for many decades, and she's learned a thing or two. And it doesn't matter if young people think they're young and they know all everything. She knows everything because she's lived the longest and she knows how to get herself around. So it says a lot about old people. A lot of times young people look down on old people, but for them to have survived and made it so long throughout life and not die and keep going, you have to respect that. You got to put some respect on her name because she's definitely navigate life and she's figured out how to survive, and she survived so much now she's helping um, her grandson survive. So very interesting short story here. Says a lot about life and the paths that we travel. So please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.